Hi, I'm Matt Hearn, Money Coach, and after 20 years of advising people who work in the resources industry, the number one FIFO money trap that I have observed is called lifestyle creep. I consider lifestyle creep to be the number one trap because it is where our natural instincts are opposite to what's in our best interest. And in this case, the consequence of lifestyle creep can be massive, so I recommend that you avoid it. Lifestyle creep occurs when you add more comforts and conveniences into your life such that you feel that you can't live without them. And therefore, as need be, you continue to replace and renew those particular items. What's happening is your standard of living is raising to match your level of income. And the problem here is when you become accustomed to living on that higher income. And that's a problem because you feel that you then can't afford to leave the job or the occupation or the industry that you're working in to live on less money. And now that's the point that you may have heard of, which is called having the golden handcuffs attached. So lifestyle creep is a money trap for FIFO workers because it can lead to the golden handcuffs and the feeling that you can't afford to quit working away from home. Another problem of lifestyle creep is when those extra commitments that you've added aren't the kind that sustainably boost your happiness. Instead, you've added things that are susceptible to what's known as hedonic adaptation, which is where we get used to them and they no longer give us a buzz. So what's happening is you're working harder and harder, but you're not any happier. In fact, you may even be less happy because of the extra hard work that you're putting in. The challenge, though, is that lifestyle creep is natural and happens subconsciously. For example, we're out at the shops and we see something we want, and semi-consciously, not fully consciously, but semi-consciously, we think, well, I earn a lot, so I can afford that, I'll grab it. Or we think, well, Alex has got one and they earn about the same as me, so if they can afford it, I can afford it, I'll buy it. Or another common story is, well, I work hard, so I deserve that, so I'll buy it. Can you recognize any of those stories? Because you might not, because often it's happening very subconsciously. It's actually the default habit we slip into when we've got a higher income. And the reason it's a default habit is because it's really natural for us to have a desire for more comforts, more luxury, and the status that comes with that, the oohs and ahs that we get from our mates when they see them. And it's actually natural for us because it's part of the survival instincts that are wired into our brains from ancient times. Also, lifestyle creep has been normalized in our society. It's become normalized that having newer and nicer things makes us feel successful and feel that we're good enough and that we fit in. So since this habit of lifestyle creep is both our instinct and very normalized in society, it needs initial conscious effort in order to avoid it or to at least minimize it. And by initial, I just mean at the time that your income increases, put in some initial conscious effort at that point. The key to limiting your lifestyle creep is to automatically set aside the extra income you're earning from working remotely. And then to have a system that helps you avoid having to dip into those savings for unplanned spending. You also have to ensure that that system helps you avoid the other two FIFO money traps, which I'll put in another video. To learn the key elements of such a money system, visit my website, matthearn.com.au, for my free course, which is called 6 Key Ingredients to Saving More While Still Enjoying Life. If you feel like you've already fallen into this trap and you're feeling the pinch of the golden handcuffs, the good news is, all is not lost. What we can do is look at where you spend your money now that is not providing as much buzz for your buck, so you probably won't miss it if you cut it. I call this forgettable spending. For help breaking free of the golden handcuffs, talk to me about money coaching, which you can find out about on my website, matthearn.com.au. I'm Matt Hearn, Money Coach, and that is how to avoid the number one FIFO money trap of lifestyle creep, which leads to the golden handcuffs and the feeling like you can't afford to quit FIFO, and nobody wants that.